Want to know our take with this movie? Here it is. No one will spare you from losing 90 minutes of your life, but for those telling you to utilize them for something else. Whereas I concur with the analyst approximately a few potential, this film is an illustration of chiefs with small abilities for storytelling at all. They have a concept that they offer for the length utilizing advanced uncommon impacts, attempting to be David Lynch to sell some strange story that's basically a sundown zone scene extended over 90 minutes packed with uncertainty, so you may grovel and wonder over its meaning and hypothetically lock in broad dialogue, which you never will. It tries to use the strategy of no discourse to make a uniqueness that's misplaced once other characters come into play in an endeavor to be a few sort of art house cinema, but it's not skillfully handled and gets to be a hack. It's not a genuinely shocking film, fair one where gifted individuals did work to form it, but it's all or maybe inconsequential and subsidiary, but considers it as imaginative. Find something that you will enjoy with your family. Retribution 2023 with Liam Neeson is one. You guys should watch this movies. It's mainly a great movie like Taken movie and all action movie kind of type. To summarize the film itself, a youthful lady is traumatized by something that the film takes a long time to uncover. Aliens who clearly may stick her down in 3 seconds by one means or another cannot, and, in step, plays out a delayed, rehashed cat and mouse diversion until the complete uncover comes. Why do the outsiders do this? Who cares? Not vital. That's a talking point to be talked about and can. This film borrows intensely from innovators to make what individuals who haven't seen sufficient movies will wonder at, as in case it's unique. It's fair, a great looking and sounding film, thanks to present day innovation. That's for the most part a bore in the event that you value your time, since there isn't a point in making this more than a 10 to 15 miniature brief film that doesn't have to be made. Brian Duffield's most current highlight, No One Will Spare You, may be a sci-fi frightfulness film with a part of potential. Bryn, Caitlin Dever, is separated from her community. She spends her days alone at domestic, tinkering with knickknacks, cooking, and moving. However, this seemingly untainted life is shaken when her domestic is attacked by an unearthly animal that, as she tries to escape, will constrain her to stand up to her past and the reasons for her solo presence. The most noteworthy strength of No One Will Spare You is the imagination in its foundational decision-making. The whole film contains one line of discernible discourse and is built on an unimaginable utilize of sound in step. The primary act concerns the intrusion itself, building great pressure with diegetic sound. As Bryn discreetly sneaks through her domestic attempting to avoid the outsider, quotidian sounds like dial tones and a subtle squeak within the floorboards fix your chest. Bryn's insights makes this arrangement all the more capturing. She plays each move with deliberate technique and smarts. She battles back. She's a hero to root for, or maybe then roll your eyes at. In the meantime, Duffield perfectly employments the house's engineering to strike fear and construct pressure. From imaginative utilize of niches and corners to frightening, misshaped shadows through pounded glass, the charming caprice of the house we've come to know within the daytime devolves into pit of the stomach fear. In any case, whereas these components are viable, the longer the scene proceeds, the more distant it falls from its opening radiance. Duffield's film misses awesome openings for alarms and starts utilizing the outsider in kitschy ways that turn fear into lack of concern. The opening minutes of the primary act are the film's best in general, as No One Will Save You proceeds to have a disappointing need of account setting. Bryn is grieving her mother, and her community disregards her for reasons cleared out long obscure to the watcher. The attack pushes her past her property line and thus subjects her to a primal crave to elude the coldness of her environment. And whereas we are appeared that it's traumatic for her, we are totally within the dim when it comes to indeed a similarity of a reason why. The script isn't able sufficient to hold compassion and speculation in her predicament since it doesn't center on her. Instead, it takes us through a tiring cycle of cat and mouse capture, discharge, and recover groupings with no clarity. Duffield's film needs a grounded center and bewilderment at the proposed fear. The topics of social distance, uncertain injury, and the address of recovery are mere whispers in a chaotic whirlwind of exhausting groupings. No One Will Spare You could be a moderate burn, you argue, with to choose up the pace. Dever is the film's backbone, giving in totally physical execution. Without words to supplement the feeling, she carries it all in her body and the miniature shifts in her expressions. Shockingly, whereas ready to study and feel everything she's giving, she is auxiliary to deplorable, monotonous outsider arrangements undermining the film's frantic feelings. The imaginative eagerly are outstanding, and Dever more than succeeds at pulling her weight, but the film's execution underserves both. When any long-missed foundation is given, it's as well late and apathetic to have made the holding up justified. The inventiveness of the actuating incident is misplaced from the rest of the runtime, and whereas No One Will Spare You longs to be an existential sci-fi adventure, it needs the essential setting and craftsmanship to clinch the heart. Everyone just enjoy the weekend, as this will be a very good time for us to enjoy. You guys have fun and be the best version of yourself. We must make it, we either try or die trying. Life is full of surprises. Enjoy and have fun. See ya.